Oh, the other thing, the other thing I found out was that that Uber has never turned a profit.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Isn't that
crazy.
fascinating? So why
they're worth $1 trillion.
Right. So this is another thing in the book. The reason Uber is so big is because venture capitalists keep putting money into Uber, right? So it keeps growing. So the stock keeps rising, right? Now, why are they doing that? The reason they don't make money is because of drivers, and they have, there's all kinds of benefits and insurance. Mm-hmm. They're waiting. Investors are waiting for cars to become autonomous where they don't need a driver. So Uber's going to have like computer-driven cars. That might take 10 years, but then you get all your money back.
Who's going to fucking trust that?
They posted a net loss of $9 billion.
How about that?
Oh my God.
This is going on all the time.
Look at this. In 2021, Uber posted a lower net loss of $496 million. Hey guys, good news. We only lost $496 million this year. Primarily thanks to the business divestitures of various assets throughout its history. On an annual basis, Uber has never made a profit.
How about that?
Wow. That's so weird.
I would imagine it's one of the most successful companies that everybody's Ubering.
And this is the problem with our business system and our marketplace, is because in a lot of ways it's fixed.
Oh, they had one profitable year in 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. But look at that. Go back to that. Over the next 3 years, it's lost $15.6 billion.
Would you ever have thought of that? No.
No.
Oh, but it cut its losses to $400 million in 2021. Oh, good for them.
So the reason that the company keeps growing is venture capitalists keep putting money into it. And if you keep putting money into it, you can expand its value.
And they're doing it because they believe in autonomous cars?
Yes. Now, here's another thing. So why in New York City there are buildings, high-end buildings that they build, right? Like where the apartments go for $5 million, $10 million, $20 million, $50 million, right?
Hey, what's up, everybody? Callan here again with Uber Rideshare. I guess Rideshare, not really Uber. I do both. And I kind of want to talk about this little clip that I just showed as far as when it comes to Uber. And this might be true for Lyft, but Uber seems to be... things seem to make more sense on why things are happening to Uber. So Uber, of course, over the past few months, past maybe close to a year now, I think in January or July, it'll be a year since they started implementing changes. And these changes have caused people to quit. And because these various things happen, as far as being relevant to helping people, this app Uber has made a lot of changes, and I just got an email yesterday, and there's an update. So what Uber wants to do, you can read all this for yourself, but Uber initially is going to force us to use Uber Share. Now, Uber Share, if you're a rideshare driver, you understand Uber Share doesn't pay as much as a regular Uber X. Why? Because it's pretty much an Uber pool. Like you have the potential to pick up multiple passengers and drop them all off in different locations. And it's not good. It's not a good system. It pays way less. It's not, people will try to take advantage and drive long distances to get a cheaper deal. They'll use Uber Share instead of regular Uber X. Something that may cost them $30 on Uber X might cost them $25. They're trying to, people that want to save money, they'll go that route. But it hurts us as drivers because we got to do more wear and tear on our vehicles, and just it's a whole bad system. And now Uber is forcing, with this update that they did as of February 13th, which today's the 14th, yesterday, Monday, they pretty much are forcing us to drive Uber Share now. And, they got these little things you can opt out and it won't affect your rating, but it's just going to be a huge mess. And I believe that this is another step towards making it harder for us to make money. And I believe that Uber is in the business of wanting to turn things around, as you saw in that clip of how much money that Uber's been losing because of autonomous driving. And I think that the autonomous driving isn't anywhere near being perfected to be trusted. It is coming. Don't get me wrong. I'm not delusional when it comes to that aspect of it. I know that this, nobody can do this job for the rest of their lives, but you can see how, if you put pieces together, and why Uber's decided, okay, we're going to go ahead and change things around. We're going to take away the bonuses, and this is what they gave us as far as bonuses this week. And it is just ridiculous. Look at this. Look at this supposed this bonus that's supposed to make us want to drive $40 for 80 trips. Like, what am I supposed to do with $40? Nothing. And then so they pretty much took away the $400, $500, $600, $800 bonuses from us and gave us that. And in return, they said, you know what? Because you guys earn so many points through the Uber Pro, you get $350 every 3 months if you're a good boy. If you're a good driver and you have a high rating, a high acceptance rating, then we'll give it to you. But then when you come over, look, I'm a great driver, but then when you come over to my ratings, look, I'm at 72%. And I declined 78 rides because they're all garbage. And then I've canceled a few because when I took some certain rides, it ended up not being worth it, and I had to cancel. So, because I accidentally accepted when I kind of blindly accepted. And so today I've done 6 rides, and I'm making less than $10 a ride. I've been doing it for like 2 hours. Actually, I'm making like $20 an hour, so it's got to go. It's kind of a plus, but Uber, I really feel like they are really trying to make it hard for drivers. I believe that their ultimate goal is to kind of wean us off of Uber. I think that they're making it very hard, discouraging for Uber drivers. Once you get plugged into the system, it's, and after the first 50 rides, you start to understand, how Uber takes advantage of us drivers. They're charging people, but it's all in the name of saving money. I really believe that. After seeing that Joe Rogan podcast, and that was a fight companion that they did on Saturday. There was a huge UFC fight, and they did a live fight companion, which they just watched the fight, and they kind of commentate throughout the whole night. They give commentary to the fights that go on the UFC, and that clip actually came after the fight. They were just kind of sitting around and just kind of, just talking. And they started talking about Uber. They started talking about, just people, how people get involved with dirty business. And Uber came up. And I know it's a little clickbaity as far as the title of this video. But I think it's important that we all understand that, look, change is coming. If you live in other parts of the country where you're still getting good bonuses that are worth it, let me remind you that Phoenix is one of the largest cities in the United States, and I believe that we're getting things rolled out on us before it happens nationwide. So get ready. I know that certain things Uber puts out across the whole platform, but there are certain things that they do to test us. So it looks like it's gonna be very hard to earn money, and I don't know how much longer I'll be doing this, but that's just kind of an update as far as what I've seen, and I kind of wanted to kind of put some perspective to some people, to those of us that drive. I want to give a bigger perspective of the bigger picture that the reason Uber is changing things around is because they no longer want to lose money. I think that they still got a lot of venture capitalists that are still giving them money, still investing because they believe in self-driving cars. But until then, I think that Uber is the corporate. They're scrambling to try to reverse the numbers and not lose billions of dollars or even millions. And how are they doing that? They're doing that by affecting our pay as drivers, and they're trying to give us these dumb little cheap handoffs, like this whole Uber Pro, you get $350 if if you're a diamond, and it just, and when you become diamond, you don't get nothing. You don't get nothing that's like amazing. You don't get no like amazing like perks. Like one of the perks that Uber Pro gives you when you become diamond status is you get faster pickup at airports. That's not true. You get in queue and you wait just like everybody else. I've been a diamond member. I've done that. Not cool. Not a cool place. And as you can see, I'm back to blue because I dropped my rating all the way down because we had Super Bowl here last week and that ended up being kind of a flop. I had to take a lot of I had to decline a lot of rides when I was at the stadium for the Super Bowl because they had a certain area sectioned off where we could accept rides and get some type of bonus. But if we were just outside that zone, or if people tried to order an Uber outside the zone, we wouldn't qualify. So it kind of screwed us. It screwed me. A huge part of my acceptance rating dropping down so low is because of that. And I think Uber needs to work on that. But Uber is just all around just crumbling the app. It's destroying itself. Self-destruction, it's controlled demolition pretty much to kind of prepare people for what's next. And I know that self-driving cars are still way off in the future, but I think that they're beginning to wean people off. This is the beginning process of the weaning people off of Uber and getting back into the work field. So prepare yourselves. If you're listening to this, I thank you for watching this video. And that's all I wanted to say. If you guys have any comments, feel free to leave them down below. I appreciate you guys taking the time to listen. And until next time, you guys have a good day. God bless.